You are looking at the beautiful smiling face of Bernadette Tiernan, who is the Executive Director, William Paterson University Center for Continuing and Professional Education. Good to see you, Bernadette.
Oh, thank you for the invitation.
I got to tell you something. When I read about these niche camps for children, I'm thinking, at William Paterson University, does it belong? Do these camps belong at a college or on a college campus? First of all, what are we talking about in these camps, and why are they here?
Well, they're here because what better experts to teach a subject in depth than the professors and kinds of experts that we have teaching here. It's a beautiful campus, it's a welcoming atmosphere, and the niche camps help kids get a sense of what it might be like to go to college, in some cases what it would be like to live in a college campus, and even have an opportunity to explore a possible career choice later in life.
You know what, in that spirit, by the way, folks, I've got the brochure right here. Put up the website, folks, as we're doing this. Put up the website here at William Paterson. Have folks log on. The Center for Continuing and Professional Education, the 2008 Summer Youth Programs. Good stuff. I have 3 boys, by the way, who are going to be fascinated by this. The ages,
oh, yes.
The ages that you can start?
We start with middle school.
Start
so
with
we
middle
have
school.
to have your youngest would have to wait a little
3 and 5
bit.
don't get in. Our 3 and 5-year-olds, but our 15-year-old
No,
does.
Absolutely. Middle school and high school.
Good. Now let's go through some of the camps, which I thought, how creative and imaginative, and what the demand is. How about teens on TV? What is that?
It's giving them a chance to do the process, which would be the storyboard, putting together a project, and then actually executing it.
So wait a minute. We're here at William Paterson at the Shea Center, right?
Right.
For Performing Arts. We're putting together television. It's not easy. You've been watching behind the scenes. It's not
That's
easy, right?
No.
A lot of things no one gets to see because we don't want you to see our mistakes. But the point is, this camp called Teens on TV, this helps them understand how to put it together. And you actually produce a TV project, a DVD comes out of it.
So they'll have a takeaway.
What a great tool for a young person going to college.
Yes,
absolutely. I was part of this in the summer camp at William Paterson, and I'm a part of this production. That's good stuff.
That's right. That's exactly what we would like them to have, something that they can put on a resume, on a college application. It tells a story about the person. And it also builds, I think that probably one of the reasons these have become so popular, the niche camps, is that it builds confidence for the kids.
How so?
They're really immersed in a project for a week, and they own it. And
so
they're
it's a
working.
Whole week?
Most of them are a week, yes.
How many hours in a day?
It depends on the topic. Some of them run from 9 to 4, and some of them, especially the camps for the younger kids, are a half day. They're, last year, one of the camps, the jazz camp, which we've been doing for 15 years.
How about this one, the 15th annual jazz workshop? Is that the jazz camp?
That's the jazz workshop, or jazz institute is one of the most long-standing.
You guys have a great jazz program up here. So what happens with that?
Yeah. They are involved just about 24/7. They live and breathe jazz for the entire time they're here. They come in on a Sunday night and they stay here till the following Saturday, and they have classes during the day, they have performances in the evening, and it's very, very intense.
Are they working with some of the jazz masters up here?
They are. Billy Taylor has been here.
Billy Taylor's been here.
He's been here many times. He's an integral part of it. And our own Dr. Dave Dempsey.
Dave's
really,
been on with us many times. He's fabulous.
He has a passion for this. And
so wait a minute. So if a young person, a 14, 16-year-old kid, says, I'm really interested in jazz, he or she has no idea where to go. They come up here for the week. They are immersed in the world of jazz, the true American musical art form, right? And they get an experience could not happen anywhere else.
That's right. That's right.
What comes out? Okay. What do they get other than a great experience coming out of that?
Well, they'll work in groups because they're assigned to an ensemble. There'll be 10 ensembles, and so they have that experience of working with the team. They learn improvisation. So they see every dynamic, and really if this is a career that they're going to be interested in, it would let them get a sense of whether they could, do it this intensely. That's one of the more expensive ones. That one, I believe, is about $700 in the $700 range.
By the way,
more if you live on the campus.
You get all the information on the prices and everything else. I want to go through some of these. And by the way, are you appealing to, Bernadette, the parents or the kids here? I'm curious about this because the marketing material, is it the parent who usually says, I think my child is interested in X, Y, or Z, including, we're going to be talking about advanced robotics in just a minute, or is it the kid who says, the child who says to his or her parent, hey, I want to do that jazz thing up at William Paterson?
We have to appeal to both. And if you look at the difference in the design of this material compared to our standard catalog for adults, it's very different. The adult catalog is black and white, 8.5 by 11.
This is different.
This is color, and it has a sense of fun because we want the camps to be relaxing and fun as well as
So they're
educational. For the most part, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
It
is the
summer.
advanced robotics informal? Get this. Students will build their own robot by using motors, wires, controllers, and wheels. The student program for the robots is to perform various tasks to keep the robot. They keep the robot at the end of the course. That's got to be a
They don't
misprint.
all keep a 5-foot robot.
What do they keep?
As a group, they put together one, a big 5-foot.
Right.
But they each take their own home.
They take the robot home.
They take a small one home. That
Now,
belongs that they've done
those young
themselves.
people tend to be very interested in engineering, science, what?
Science, and may not know what part of science yet, because this involves a lot of following instructions, working in a teams.
What do these
They
robots
have to
do?
collaborate. They're just a little moving around. I mean, they're not going to do your housework.
I was just going to ask you.
No.
Let me tell you something. Imagine if you
Maybe
could
that
work-
will be in a
Could
couple
you
of years
imagine if you
from
could
now.
say, we build a robot at William Paterson that'll come and clean your
I
house?
don't-
What a marketing tool. But I don't want, no false advertising
No.
here. We're not doing that, okay? This is one that I know, I wish right now I were young enough to do this. New York through baseball. Students examine the history of New York, the history of baseball, and make the connections between the two. All three major stages of the baseball evolution occurred in New York City. The story of the modern game is presented through New York's 4 major league teams, and then they're treated to a game at the great Yankee
go to a
Stadium.
game
Come on,
at
play that
Yankee
out for me.
Stadium. This is the first time we're doing this camp, but we try to respond to the things that people are interested in and ask about, and this is something that's it's a very popular topic. So we thought, what more fun way to immerse yourself in the teams and really find out some of the things that they might not know. And I'm just amazed that the kids who are really into baseball, who can quote statistics from decades ago, and they have players memorized, and they have, and so this brings the whole picture
Is this
about.
a national initiative?
The growth in camps is definitely a response to a trend that I think parents set the tone, because
Why?
parents.
What do you mean they set the tone?
Well, we're busy families. Dual career families are continuing to increase and keeping very busy schedules. Everybody wants the kids to relax during the summer, but we also want them to stay somewhat active and not and be supervised. So I think the opportunity for camps, especially full-day camps or residential camps,
Right, either or.
is really
Financial
important.
aid for young people who don't have the financial means?
We have a nursing camp under that science category. Does have some scholarships available thanks to Johnson & Johnson
They're
for
one of the
Abbott School
sponsors.
District students.
I have to ask you something. By the way, another one that I find fascinating is the Eat Right to Stay Fit. This is students all learn about eating healthy and doing the right thing, learning a healthy menu, and making responsible decisions. I think about this with our kids. We talk about that all the time. That's a camp?
Yeah, so is cooking.
So is it a popular camp?
It's cooking. When we ran it last year was the first time we ran it, and it was very popular because they include, it's not just cooking,
Correct.
it's the experience of safety in the kitchen, use of the utensils, and slipping in etiquette.
Slipping
and
in the
A little
etiquette? You don't
etiquette, so
lead
it's
with the etiquette.
fun. It's fun, and it's part
Like
of what
setting
they're
the table
doing.
and-
Setting a table, what utensils to go here, how do you, your good manners, and party planning.
I like this. I got to ask you something. 1 minute left. Camps for kids at a college, you say?
I'd say this is the place to really get your feet wet in a field. And of course, you can do the serious camps because we have college prep courses and test prep courses, and we offer that too. We have over 50 camps.
How many?
Over 50.
50. So you can come to a camp to prep to take a test to go to college if you want.
We offer all of that, as well as if you want to explore a career in music or business or the arts, performing arts, science.
So many
We
things
have a
to
whole
offer.
school.
I'm sorry for interrupting you because one of the camps that I'm going to go to is time camp because I'm told I'm out of time. Bernadette, thank you so much. You're terrific. And you
Thank
know what?
you.
Your positive attitude makes all the difference.